Namaskar and a very warm welcome to this amazing and unique program that I always call Chartered Accountants The Growth Gears. It is presented by the Committee for Members in Industry and Business, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. I am Shulpa Bhavna and today I am going to take you to a financial dome. I know that you all are going to love this word, so come on, let's start the episode.
One of the core reasons as to why members of ICAI are the most sought after finance professionals by the industry is the business which is in the plasma of our members. Chartered accountants are very well known for having knowledge regarding how business is set up, how it is run competitively to make profits not only for its investors but also to contribute to the government through taxes and to pay back to the society through CSR, and by creating multiple employment generation options and many more. These are the reasons which make chartered accountants the growth bearers towards nation and economy in true sense.
It is rightly said that we can fight the global economy with a very strong local economy. And that strong local economy is built on the gears that drives it. Today we are going to take you on a journey where a man, despite of being from a very small village in Rajasthan, dreamt of being the growth gear of the country, starting from a very small sub-broking unit to a well-diversified financial services firm of the country. This man has not only cleared up many milestones, achieved many heights, but also he has created a lot of benchmarks for the society. My dear friends, we are meeting up today the Managing Director and CEO of Motilal Oswal Financial Services Limited, CA Motilal Oswal. He's a chartered accountant.
Born in a small village in Rajasthan, Motilal Oswal is a chartered accountant by profession. He started his business in 1987 along with co-promoter Ramdeo Agrawal. He has been awarded as the Excellent Business Achiever in Financial Services by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. His other accolades include the Udyog Ratan Award, the Hall of Fame for Excellence in Franchising, Champion of Arthashastra, and Special Contribution to Indian Capital Markets. Let's witness the journey of this capital market leader.
Please welcome Oswal sir. Sir, बहुत-बहुत स्वागत है आपका.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
People do say that when I had taken my chartered accountancy degree, this happened, that happened. So I would like to go into that story a bit. But before that, I would like to know that how you took up that particular profession into your life, because this is what something people don't generally think of. Maybe today they are thinking of, but not at the time when you had started. So how that happened to you?
See, typically, I am from a Rajasthani family, entrepreneur family, and absolutely I was good in studies. So my parents wanted me to also really, I think, look at that what you can really, I think, do from the studies perspective. So I think luckily my mentor was Mr. Vijay Tater, who was a chartered accountant, who was also part of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in the Western India. So he motivated me that why don't you do CA, and that was from Mumbai. That would be great career option for you. So that is the way where I came to do my CA in Mumbai.
So at that time you knew that what this profession is all about?
I didn't know much about that. We were not really, I think, exposed in the state of Rajasthan. I come from a very small village.
I think from Badmer?
Yeah, from Badmer district, where only up to 8th standard my school was there, and I studied in Hindi medium. And when I migrated from Hindi to English, when I came here Mumbai, it was a bit challenging task.
Of course.
But that's the way I would say the destiny was there.
Yeah. So your destiny brought you here in Mumbai. You did your chartered accountancy, and today you are like holding up such a big empire about like financial services. What does your organization is offering to the people, and how this degree of chartered accountancy you see it as an advantage to your company?
We started as a brokerage firm, buying and selling and advising stocks. So when we started our career in 1987, of course, I also didn't know that the business opportunity will be so large.
Huh.
And of course, being a chartered accountant, it helped you in really, I think, understanding the companies, because when you do CA, you understand the numbers, you do audits of the companies.
And when you are able to understand the documents, I think that is the best way of understanding the esteem of a company.
Absolutely. So the CA degree teaches you not only about mathematics but accounting aspect, management aspect, and then when you do the practice as a article clerk, you do audits of your companies, you also file the tax returns. So you get actually exposed to those kind of I would say corporate balance sheets, and I think in stock market the power of equity research is huge. So most of the analysts, they start understanding the company's values through balance sheets.
So, sir, when you are catering to your customers, trust and integrity is the thing which is very much needed, of course, in other professions as well. But especially when you are into financial services, you need to earn that trust. So, you think that when you have a professional degree like CA, so you see your customers entrusting more on you when they know that you have got such a background, who have got this pioneer knowledge about that particular field.
Absolutely. As a professional, in any case, I think it gives you some edge. But after that, how do you live those kind of ethics, whatever you talk about? Everybody talks about values, everybody talks about ethics, but end of the day, do you live and do you practice that? That's what it matters.
That's really true. और ये बहुत सच बात है कि कानून बना लेना बहुत आसान होता है, but it is very difficult to follow the laws. But once you are ready to follow those laws and once you are ready to have those rules and regulations on a regular basis in your life, then ultimately you will reach the heights as Mr. Oswal has reached.
Thank you.
Taking you back to your CA days when you were doing your degree and all, as you said that you were totally into Hindi medium और वहाँ से फिर अंग्रेजी medium में आना. So how challenging was it? Because firstly you have to understand the language, then you have to understand the facts and figures, then the statistics, and then the whole mathematics. So how much challenging it was?
No, it was difficult, but if you are committed to certain things, then really I think somewhere you find the way how to do that. As it is said that if you have the will, you find a way. Yeah. So you need to practice. I need to really, I think, put in every day a few number of hours to make sure that I have the dictionary with me all the time. I keep on buying newspapers. We try to really, I think, slowly kind of learn a few basic words. So slowly you learn, you practice, and then you become far better. And of course, you have to be shameless, because many times the people make laugh at you that, oh,
exactly.
ये अंग्रेजी में सडनली कहाँ से आ
गया बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. तो sir, would you like to say something for all those children who are just sitting at the smaller districts of the states, at the nook and corner of our country, and they want to take up this profession and they also want to reach up to the success level where you are today? What would you like to tell them?
One is, of course, I think you need to be committed to whatever you want to do. And once you are fully committed, you need to work very hard. Okay. I keep on saying to the people that it doesn't matter from where you are coming in, but what matters is where you are going or where you have to go. So you should be very clear about your destination.
Ultimately, that's very true, sir.
Commitment is very important, and so is self-confidence, because many times I think people are committed, but somewhere I think you get carried away. अरे वो क्या बोलेगा, वो क्या बोलेगा, वो क्या बोलेगा.
ये बहुत सोच होती है. लोग क्या कहेंगे?
Absolutely. So you should not be carried away by what people are saying. Ultimately, what exactly they are not going to help you. They can only try to pull you down. And some well-wishers also can help you, but end of the day, people will only help you if you want that kind of help coming in, which is part of your objective.
Today, when some new aspiring kids, they come onto the Mumbai and they are just ready to chase their dreams. So are you ready to provide them a space in your office if they would like to enter? So I would like to work with you. So how much welcoming you are for them?
No, I think we have a lot of programs. I think not people from the community, people from the fraternity, people from anywhere. Like we have about 10,000 employees in our organization. So every year we would be taking about 1,000, 1,500 people new, plus replacement for some of the people may be leaving. So there will be a lot of opportunities for the people to join the organization like ours.
Wonderful. Do you remember that moment when you actually broken it and you have got that CA degree and you had it in your hands? So who was the first person to rushed to?
No, I think it was a very proud moment when you know that you become a chartered accountant after working so hard.
Yes.
So the moment result came in, the first person, of course, I think to contact was my parents. Then I gave them the good news. The second person was my wife, because by the time I was here, I was already married.
Okay.
So these are the two people who really, I think, got this inside information, or the first information.
First information. So, sir, you see that degree, even today, some of the basic ethics of that degree remaining with you while you are working?
Lots of learnings, really. I think when you go through, I would say, the CA studies
Ji.
and CA practice, you learn a lot of things. Like when you come to a big city from a small village,
Yeah.
how do you interact with people? How do you even kind of, I would say, study basics of the kind of curriculum, which was very, very tough? How do you kind of work for study for 16 to 18 hours a day? So there will be quite a few memories which still really, I think, are, I would say, quite sharp, or they will be remembered for the whole life.
Capital markets is that section of the financial market which involves a huge amount of trust, as the hard-earned savings of the people is kept on stake. Being a responsible accounting body of the nation, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India prepares the professionals who understand that the faith and trust of the people is a long-term investment which shall remain intact forever. To understand and compete with the global accounting standards, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India participates in various professional events. The 21st World Congress of Accountants, known as the Olympics of the accountancy profession, is being hosted by ICAI from November 18th to 21st, 2022 at Geo World Centre, Mumbai. Being held for the first time in India, this is one of the most prestigious global events of professional accountants organized under the aegis of the International Federation of Accountants, where a conglomeration of 6,000 delegates from over 130 countries exchange views with other accounting and finance professionals from around the world.
It's always being said, no? When you have a certain position, when you have a certain power, then it is a time that you need to give back to the society. So have you started that?
Absolutely. A lot of initiatives we have taken as part of our foundation. We have a foundation called Motilal Oswal Foundation, and where we work with many institutions. We also have donated a certain kind of amount for building a hostel, CA hostel, where me and my co-promoter Ramdev Agrawal, both of us were there.
Wow.
In fact, in the state of Orissa, we have created a campus for 2,000 students. Wow. And we created a fantastic kind of institute for 2,000 Adivasi kids in Orissa. We also work very aggressively in COVID period. So we must have spent, if I'm not wrong, about 13 to 14 crores in last 15 months for COVID relief itself.
Wow. And do you see that, sir, because when you are helping out so much of the other NGOs as well, some foundations, so you see that thing, like, because you are very good with the figures and everything, so you are able to make use of every penny spent for that particular purpose?
Yeah, I think one is, of course, being a Marwadi, and second thing, being a chartered accountant, you are good on numbers.
Right.
And we have been kind of groomed the way. I think most Marwadis, that how do we become kind
right
of
from the childhood.
How do we be stingy about every penny? I think chartered accountants are blessed to be more number centric.
Yes, this program, Chartered Accountants, the Growth Gears, we have been talking to different CAs who are on a position today where we can call them being the growth gears of our economy. So as you are working on that alignment which is directly related to the economy, because you are into the financial services, be it like retail broking, industrial broking, wealth management, a lot of that stuff. So when you are a professional as a chartered accountant, this helps you to understand these factors which are driving our economy further much better.
Absolutely. As I said, that being a chartered accountant, you have got certain kind of, I think, technical skills, okay, which are very, very important as part of the business, or understanding the economies, understanding the corporate balance sheets, or the sectors, or even global trends. So definitely you get some edge in that aspect.
And any significant moment that you think that this was the turning point in my career?
Clearing the chartered accountant itself was a big milestone. We must have more than about 200 chartered accountants in our company.
Beautiful.
In fact, as part of our top management leadership, about 14, we have about 10 chartered accountants. So we are a CA company.
You are a CA company.
At the top management level.
Out and
also.
out. So, sir, what are the more essential skills that you see that makes a person able to reach such heights or to do their organizational work more properly?
See, the bigger you become, I think your technical skills become less important. But more importantly is that how do you build relationship with people, whether your employees, whether your customers, whether your distributors. So I would say the emotional intelligence has become much more important at senior level than your intellectual quotient. So IQ versus EQ. So EQ become more important the moment you become bigger and bigger and bigger. EQ keep on becoming more important than the IQ.
And how difficult it is for a chartered accountant to build up that emotional quotient, because they are someone who are always just there with the figures and the stats. Absolutely. And very upfront. So how challenging it is?
I think you learn from your own experience. You learn from, I would say, the ecosystem, and I've learned a lot also from the books. I must have read thousands of books.
Exactly. So, sir, as this profession of CA, it has given you so much today and you have reached to that certain level. So, how do you see maintaining its legacy and keeping it back for the new generations? So, how you are taking care of that?
So, when you talk about legacy, definitely I have few ideas working upon to make sure that how I can share my knowledge, my prosperity, and I think my learning with more and more people.
As more of the chartered accountants are coming into the profession of this financial services, you see this thing like going to give an uplift to the development of the country?
Chartered accountants are playing a very important part in the not only the economic development but in the nation's development also. Because chartered accountants are not only in the financial markets, everywhere. I think they are playing a very, very important part of the process. But in financial markets, I would say there's a lot of opportunities for chartered accountants.
Yeah.
Because financial markets are, I would say, research driven. They're about knowledge. They're about the best governing standards, including accounting standards.
Right.
So financial markets throws a lot of opportunities for chartered accountants to add a lot of value.
Beautiful. So all you budding chartered accountants, now you must know that you have got a lot of opportunities lying in front of you, especially when we are talking about the financial services. And it is rightly quoted by Mr. Oswal. So it is very authentic, I can say.
Yeah, no, we have been, as I said, that we have got hundreds of chartered accountants working here in our company and then in managing markets. Because I've seen some of the successful chartered accountants as making the best analyst, best fund managers, even best managers also.
Yes. So, sir, what would be your piece of advice for not only for the budding chartered accountants, but also for the CAs who are excelling in the industry and business? Any piece of advice that you would like to give them?
Your goal has to be very, very clear, whether you want to become a best analyst or you want to become the best entrepreneur or you want to become the best fund manager or you want to become the best in customer service. So once you have very clear goal defined for yourself, and then you go much more deeper. You learn more into the same subject. Suppose I want to become the best analyst, then I need to, I think, understand more about the corporate sector.
Gain the knowledge about it.
So you gain so much knowledge and become subject matter expert of what you want to become.
Right.
So go deeper rather than wider. A lot of people are ye bhi karna hai, ye bhi karna hai, ye bhi karna hai. You can't really, I think, become master of many things. So you decide what you want to do and then give your 100% to that and go much more deeper, remain focused.
And I would really like to say that sitting next to you and talking to you is really a learning experience for me as well. So thank you so much, sir, for giving us your valuable time. It was so wonderful. But I would like to tell you that before I wind up this, I have a very special segment that I call Shilpa Bhavna Special. So that's a rapid fire round.
Sure.
So if I'll ask you that you have to give me 3 words for the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, what would that be?
Knowledge, hard work, organization building.
Yeah, wow. And 3 words to define success, because there are like different definition for different people.
I would say integrity, I would say knowledge, I would say communication skills.
Okay. And for business market?
Business market, I think working with people. People management skills are very, very important.
And one thing which is very close to your heart as a milestone in your career, what that would be?
I think humility.
Huh? That's very much important, along with your degree and whatever you are
Because
doing.
success should never go to your head. Then somewhere I think you restrict your own growth.
Exactly. And this is so true as well, क्योंकि हम सभी लोगों को ये बात समझनी ज़रूरी है कि ये जो आसमां कभी कभी ज़मीन को बड़ी गुरूर से देखता है, भूल जाता है कि वो ज़मीन से ही नज़र आता है. So once the other people are not there, हमारा कोई अस्तित्व नहीं है.
Absolutely.
We really wish you all the success. We know you have grand one, but along with that, we would like to wish you the red carpet towards all your dreams that you take
Thank you,
forward.
Bhavna. Really appreciate your time, and being a chartered accountant, I'm so privileged and proud, and it has really helped me in building my career and my life. I can never forget the Institute of Chartered Accountants for whatever they have given me.
So beautiful. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot. Friends, we must understand that challenges, success, failures, these all are the part and parcel of every profession that we choose. But the only difference is that how we accept it, how we perceive it, and most importantly, how we deal with it. It is we who are going to decide that either we want to be a rustic gear or the growth gears. CA Motilal Oswal has really paved path for many of those children who just are sitting at the smaller districts of our country. But yes, they have big dreams. There's nothing wrong in being over-ambitious, but the only thing that we need to remember is throughout our career, we need to have humility. Either we are there or there. So my dear friends, this is Shilpa Bhavna signing off for today. I'll see you in the next episode where we are going to experience one more inspirational journey. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks a lot. Jai Hind.